the crowd love her. They gonna fucking scream. Dylan the villain. Dylan the villain. Rebuild, rebuild, redesign, rebuild, reclaim.
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh shit!
The sun has now found its home in the western sky.
I ain't say nothing though.
Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College.
Yeah, they're not losing this match.
Jesse Palmer with me.
I'm sorry, Derek.
Time to get it going.
Yeah, this. Why is she crying? Fucking fan. Yeah, she's been off TV like a year.
LSU ready to kick it
If you can take care of a fucking child. You got a child.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any place in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
I think this will be our first women's tag team title too. You don't bring her back if her to lose. Yeah.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Back to throw, it's Frost. Might be looking to run.
You're joking! Ah, the same team!
He's showing it all.
Oh, it's the same team!
He's got it down to the 16-yard line.
You're joking. Why is you so open?
Strike down the field. I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
It's the same team.
Leaves it with the running back.
Oh my Jesus.
Got enough space.
2 plays. We're cooked. Yeah.
They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And you just cannot draw up the start of a season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year.
Don't piss me off.
Fire, you're down the
Don't
field,
piss me off.
scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem.
They got confused. Damn, NIL might not good here?
And the returner is stopped.
NIL might not good here, son?
First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. These two conferences.
My first game in a minute, though. I gotta lock in. First time we play, you know what I'm saying? Administration pressure building up.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
Oh my Jesus.
And down goes
The O-line is still the same.
penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense.
I did. It's still the same. The same team. They gotta
Make up the
lose.
game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not
Stop talking to me.
Will trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together
Brew
a drive
getting
like
punched
that, I would
on.
do more of the same.
Here.
Keep the pace, keep it going.
Weirdo.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And wings it incomplete. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was
There.
expecting man
Don't need help.
coverage. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man. Everybody on an island. Everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
What's wrong with I make you fast? Oh, that's what I got this fast.
And the Tigers will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Shit out of them. Go, Tigers. Go, Tigers. Go, Tigers. LSU.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
You're joking.
You gotta get drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think,
Oh,
Dave, too
undisciplined.
predictable, that
Don't
last
fire
drive.
me.
They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Offense getting set for 1st down. They'll try the run. At the 45 on his way. Nothing but green ahead. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because it's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Holstein. He's got it down the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for the score. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
And they did tack on the extra point. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he's going to run it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The Tigers will have a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Quarterback on the keeper. Keeps the legs moving. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Clemson is always
raining, though.
These quarterbacks who can put pressure on defenses by running the football.
No doubt. And, man, it's such an advantage to have guys that are elusive and electric that can get outside, and you got a back going one way, a quarterback going the other way. It really stretches your defense, and Clemson has been ahead of the curve, and they've been on this for a long time.
And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied at 7.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
To the air, it's Frost. They're bringing heat. They get to him as he throws. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space. Nice job hanging in there, taking the hit, and getting the completion off of it.
Clemson trying to put its paws on a productive red zone trip. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. Calls his own number. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. Using his feet. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Frost. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oklahoma showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Off play action on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He turns it loose to the left. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now on second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wide out in motion. Back to the air one more time. Heaves it deep. And he's got it inside the 35. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They want to run this quarterback. LSU will get a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time. Going for 6. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out for the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you can tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Back to throw, it's Frost. They're working that left side. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He'll pull it down. At the 40, there he goes. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. They'll immediately call timeout.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
You do.
And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive.
Yeah.
And now they take the lead. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at me.
Oh, my Jesus.
Kicking team's got it. Touchdown.
Wow, wow, wow.
And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
What a nice job by the defense. Not only getting the football out, the awareness to scoop it up. I got space, get up the field, a little caravan to the end zone, making the big play. And this offense in game one, man, not only do you give up the turnover, you give up a touchdown, and you haven't scored that many points. They got to get it together.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Oh, I got ball ass. Wow. That TV makes sense. That's good.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him and make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down.
Fuck.
He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He'll try to
Oh, press the wrong button.
and he's not going to
Doing
make
dumb
it.
shit.
The defense denying him the first down.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field, because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive. He does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think we saw a little bit right there in that nickel package, now setting up 4th and long.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The give to the single back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. He'll keep it himself. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. A lot of places, quarterbacks don't want to run, but it's part of the DNA for a signal caller at Clemson.
And why wouldn't you do this if you're coaching college football? I mean, it's a numerical advantage. It's an easy thing to do. Instead of handing off and standing there as a quarterback, when you use his feet, you get that +1, and it's easier to run the football. It's easier offense, and it's harder on defense, and Clemson has had as much success in the country as anybody over the last 10 years.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Frost. Trying to get to him. Runs through the tackle. He's going to run it.
Fucking joking.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy, because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side.
Oh, jeez.
We'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. On the run, fires down.
Oh, fucking tight end.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 24, LSU 17.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Rice is going to enjoy the trip back to Houston after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road and you stack wins there at home, and suddenly it's quite the resume. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Going over the top. Makes the grab down the left side. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Pulls it in. It's Sampson.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On second down, he'll fire. He's got it and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, first and goal.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
On the option. Now the pitch. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Second down coming up. He'll pull it on the read. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Ooh, I like that option.
And they already played the Knicks
The
last
defense
night.
right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Hold on. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They're trying to get to it. Flushed out of the
You're
pocket.
joking!
On the right side.
Fucking quarterback's
And this offense
insane.
is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Direct snap. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. This is a designed run. And he is
so hard to take
swarmed
down.
under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Looking to throw, it's Frost. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. To the air on 1st down. He wants it all. And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes